Shoo! Hey, they said YouTube on that bull job, man. 8,000 watch hours. We out in Cafe King. Y'all know, if you don't know, this is my spot right here. We got a bar, we got a TV, we got a screened in, we got blinds, we got curtains, we got a door on here, we got some speakers so we can turn up. I'm telling you, let me take a little sip of this drink. And it's non-alcoholic, non-alcoholic. I can't even talk right. Might as well be the way I'm talking, huh? 8,000 watch hours. Oh my God. So for those who don't know, YouTube just announced that it's increasing the watch hour requirement for full monetization from 4,000 to 8,000. 8,000 hours. And me, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm sitting at about 1,600 hours. So I've got a little bit of a problem. But here's the thing. I'm not making this video to complain about YouTube. I'm not going to sit here and tell you YouTube hates small creators. YouTube doesn't want us to succeed, or it's impossible to grow on YouTube now. Nah, we ain't doing none of that. That's not what we do over here. The rules change, but when have the rules not changed for us in any situation in life? Think about it. So now the question becomes, what am I going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? And even if you're not working toward getting monetized, you can still get something out of this video that can apply to your life. Now, I've been watching some of the conversations about this new requirement, and something occurred to me. A lot of the people explaining what this means are already monetized. Some of them have tens of thousands of subscribers, hundreds of thousands, millions. And there's nothing wrong with them talking about it because it's content, right? I'm making a video on it. But I can give you a completely different perspective because I'm the person who's actually still trying to cross that line. I'm not monetized yet. So the money that I've been spending, the money I'm spending, I'm not getting paid for it. I'm not getting reimbursed for it. So I've already got the subscriber requirement. My problem is the watch hours. Again, I'm sitting somewhere around 1,600 public watch hours. So before this announcement, I was looking at 4,000 and thinking, okay, I got some work to do. Now we're talking about 8,000, man. That's a completely different mountain. Think about this. At approximately 1,600 watch hours under the 4,000 hour requirement, I still need roughly 2,400 additional hours. Now that's already significant. But if we're talking about 8,000, shoo, let me take another sip of this drink. Get your drinks for this one right here. So that difference becomes approximately 6,400 hours. And that's not a little adjustment. That's 4 times the amount of watch time I currently have. So yeah, I could sit here and get mad. I could complain. I could say, YouTube, move the goalposts. But after I finish complaining, I still have 1,600 watch hours. Nothing changed. So what did the complaining accomplish? Absolutely nothing. And this might be the part some people aren't going to really like. YouTube doesn't owe me monetization. YouTube is not my father, my mother, my family members, in the sense of, family owes you something to a certain extent. It's their platform. They built it. They're paying for the servers. They're finding the advertisers. They're bringing billions of people into the platform. And they're essentially saying, if you want to participate in this particular level of our revenue sharing program, here is the standard. I can disagree with that standard. I can think 8,000 watch hours is too high. I can question whether doubling the requirement is the best decision for small creators. And those are legitimate conversations. But at the end of the day, I have a choice. Either I decide the goal isn't worth pursuing, or I figure out how to reach it. Now, I'm not just going to defend YouTube either, because there's another side to this. 4,000 watch hours isn't necessarily easy for a small creator. Again, I have not reached that threshold. I'm trying. I like usual trying. I'm striving. And it's especially tough when you're starting from nothing. You don't have an audience waiting for your next upload. You don't have thousands of people clicking the notification bell. You don't have years of videos feeding viewers into your new content. You're spending money, but you're not making any money. I'm spending money, not making any money. Like with these cars. The Alibaba wheels aren't just some wheels I picked to throw on my ride because I liked them, even though I was going to get those wheels either way. But at this point in time with what I'm doing, they are an investment. They are an investment. So I want to show y'all something because, again, I'm not monetized. But I went out and I spent some more money today. I got me a DJI Osmo Mobile 7 because we're going to up this content, get it more stabilized. I didn't like how I was doing. I'm showing you I'm invested in this. I'm not just talking. I got me a new set of wireless micro ultra compact microphone by Rode. That's what I'm using right now, testing it out. And then I got me a invisible selfie stick to go with my Insta360 camera that I already have. I'm gonna start back using that. And that's a $300-400 camera. But when I bought everything, I probably spent about $5 at the time. So I'm still spending money. Spending money on the car stuff, spending money on rims. It is a investment. I know some of you, just like me, you're trying to build all of that from scratch. My channel was built from scratch, just like everybody else's. But a lot of channels are already monetized, they're talking about it. So when you take that requirement and double it, yeah, that's going to make monetization considerably harder for some legitimate small creators. I mean, we take this serious. And I understand why people aren't happy about it. I understand why somebody sitting at 2,500, 3,000, 3,500 watch hours might look at this and say, man, come on, man. I get it. Because again, I'm sitting at 1,600. I'm sitting at 1,600. I'm playing my videos now, trying to get some views. I'm just, a little background. But I asked myself something. What if instead of looking at the numbers as an insult, I looked at it as information? Because my channel is actually telling me something. I've already crossed the subscriber requirement, but I haven't crossed the watch hour requirement. So what does that tell me? It tells me that getting people to subscribe isn't necessarily my biggest problem. Getting people to watch is my biggest problem. And of course, you're a small channel. A lot of people, they ain't want to tune in or whatever. I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you watching the videos. I hope and I pray that I'm providing some type of value to you. Even if you just here to laugh at me, like, man, look at this idiot, right? Hey, but the information that's being required is valuable. Maybe I need better videos. Maybe I need better topics. Maybe my titles need work. Maybe my thumbnails aren't creating enough curiosity. Maybe people click, but I don't give them enough reason to stay. Maybe I'm making too many disconnected videos instead of giving somebody another video to watch after the first one. Maybe I'm doing something that I haven't even identified yet. But that's the part I control. I'm not chasing 8,000 watch hours, just like I don't chase money. Why do I have to chase money when the ability to make money is within me? The ability to make money is within you. Think about you go get a loan, a car loan, a house loan. They're banking on you paying it by what? By you working, and then you working, you getting money in exchange for that work to pay them. They're leveraging the wealth, the riches that's within inside of you. So once you realize that, you will never chase money again. I don't think some of y'all heard me. Once you realize that, once I really get in and say, money comes from within, wealth comes from within, and then you manifest it outwardly. I ain't talking about the other manifestation stuff. I'm talking about real manifestation by putting the work in. You realize, man, I can make as much money as I want to. So you're not dictated by chasing a bag, chasing this, chasing that. I'm not chasing 8,000 watch hours. I'm going to get what's already there for me. I just have to put the content out there so I can get the 8,000 watch hours. And again, you have to realize that maybe chasing 8,000 watch hours is actually the wrong goal, because you don't really create watch hours. You create videos people want to watch. Y'all watching the Alibaba content because you want to probably get some Alibaba wheels. You like, I need to know like, is people really doing it? I say, okay, I'm going to do it. So I got to document the whole process so people know that we ain't capping around here. We are looking to build a authentic audience, a authentic community, however you want to put it. This is what y'all coming here for. You want to know, okay, that brother didn't have a sponsorship. If he did have a sponsorship, he gonna say he got a sponsorship. No, he paid for them wheels out of his pocket. He documented it. He answered the questions the best he could. And if there was something he missed, maybe he got it in another video. So I'm gonna tune in for whatever reason. But we have to realize that the watch hours are the result. And that's a big difference. If I wake up every morning saying I need 6,400 more hours, I'm probably going to drive myself crazy, and I live at peace. 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 Y'all know as men, what we want that peace, right? But if I wake up saying, how can I make today's video better than the last one? Now I've got something actionable. Can I make a better opening? Can I get to the point faster? Can I tell a better story? Can I make a thumbnail better? These are all things that I think about. I know sometimes like, man, get to the point. I understand that. And sometimes I'm just talking. Sometimes it's just me expressing myself. And I may get a little long with it, like any of us. I'm just being real. Can I be real with y'all? Maybe I can create a title that makes somebody genuinely curious without lying to them, because I ain't finna lie to you. If I said I paid this amount of money, this is what I paid. If I said that I bought them with my own money, this is how I bought it. How did I get those wheels? I saved up for them. I ain't gonna lie to you. I saved up. So, okay, this how much it's gonna cost me, because I already knew I was getting those wheels. But when the Alibaba stuff start popping up, like, man, I've been ordering stuff off of China way back before people knew about it. So I was comfortable with it. So I was already putting money aside to get my wheels for my vehicle. That's how I buy my larger stuff for my, projects. Okay, it's gonna cost me $2,000. Okay, I'm gonna put so and so every month in a separate account, a Fidelity account. So even when it's sitting there waiting for the goal to be reached, I'm still making money off of my money. But hey, that's another level of conversation there. And these are all things I learned. I didn't know that. I didn't just wake up and say, you know what, I put my money in a Fidelity account. If I have it over here, I'm not making enough money on it. I put it over here, they paying me. Just having the money sitting there, doing nothing until I get ready to use it. But One other thing, can I turn one video into a series is what you see? Can I get somebody who watches one of my videos to watch another and another? And that's how those hours happen. Now, I believe that this channel is actually a perfect example. Look at some of the stuff I'm doing right now. Again, I've been documenting my experience ordering custom forged wheels from Alibaba. I could have made one video, I could have made no videos. But you got questions just like I got questions. And I want those questions answered. So I'm trying to, I hate using the word try, I'm striving to answer those questions the best that I can by documenting the process. By some point in time, you got to take action for yourself. Again, I could have made one video. I bought Alibaba wheels, done. But there's an entire journey there. Ordering them, the manufacturing process, quality control, waiting for them, the center caps, the tires, the wheels finally arriving, mounting them, putting them on a Jaguar, driving on them. Then eventually we're going to do a breakdown of how much did everything cost. How long did the whole process take? Even though I told you some of that already. Would I ever do it again? Yes, I'm already plotting. I'm already plotting. Yeah, we're going to have some sixes. We're going to have some 26s. I haven't ordered them yet. I haven't even seen how much they're going to cost yet. But most likely the next wheels we bring to the channel, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, the next wheels we bring to the channel is most likely going to be some 26s going on the Yukon. Yeah. Would I ever do it again? We're going to make a video about that. You already know the answer to that. I just told you. What would I do differently? And that's not me trying to manipulate YouTube. I don't do that. That's storytelling. We all love a good story. We all love a good story. And guess what? Somebody researching Alibaba wheels might watch several of those videos because each one answers a different question. You may need only one video. Okay, I got it. Boom, boom, boom. But somebody else, they may need these other videos. So every video may not be for you, and that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. And this is something I'm learning. I'm learning all this. Also, this is where I'm going to say something that sounds crazy. Maybe YouTube increasing the requirement could actually make me a better YouTuber. Not because 8,000 is some magical number, it's not. But because now I'm looking at my channel differently. Instead of how do I hurry up and get monetized, I'm asking, how do I build a channel people actually want to watch? Ask the right questions, get the right answers. And the reason I say that is there's a uncomfortable truth. Let's say I barely squeezed across 4,000 watch hours. Congratulations, I finally made it. I'm monetized. Yeah, buddy. But if nobody's watching my videos, how much money am I actually going to make? I ain't gonna lie, I'm doing this so I can make some money. You feel me? I'm in the YouTube world so I can get paid. Not just so I can I want to buy this car, that car, this car. I came up with a plan a long time ago. I said, this house we have right now that, you see, it's basically paid for, right? We own the land right here. I've been buying up land, little lots of land. And I can rent this house out once we move out under what's called HUD VASH, VA VASH, I think it is, VA VASH, you can go look it up. So what that is the house gets rented out to veterans and the government cuts the check. Guaranteed. Those funds from that, minus your fees and everything, and I ain't got no mortgage and stuff like that, would go toward paying for the next house. You see what I'm saying? So this house that I bought back in the day, about three or 4 years ago, for $10,000, fix it up. Now it's worth over $100,000. Put about I'm gonna say about 50 or 60,000 in it. 50, 60. So I'm what, 70, I'm gonna say 70, about 70,000 if I, off the top of my head, total, give or take, and it's worth over $100,000. I can probably sell it today for 120-ish or not, which, hey, that's a good return. So I'm gonna use this house to pay for the next house. That's why I was telling y'all in my other video. Now I learned that, and now I'm applying it to cars. How can I use the cars and stuff that I have to pay for everything else that I desire, that I want to have to enjoy in my life? At the end of the day, it's just stuff. What matters to me, my family, my peace, my faith, what I believe in, what I stand for, all these different things. But you know, hey, you work, you enjoy yourself, all these different things, you gotta be wise with it. So again, I finally get monetized because I got 4,000 watch hours. How much money am I actually going to make if I just barely make it over? Monetization doesn't magically create an audience. The audience creates the monetization opportunity. And that's an important distinction. And I think this is another trap small creators fall into. We see 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours, and we start treating those numbers like the finish line. They're not, they're an entrance, because imagine finally getting monetized and then your videos are getting 37 views. Look, I want to get monetized because I want to use the YouTube money to not only pay for the stuff that we making videos on, but also I want to get a house out of YouTube. I want to get some land out of YouTube. That's what I'm talking about right there. Because if I can get one house out of YouTube, I can get 2 houses out of YouTube. If I can get 2 houses, I can get 3. Because if I can get one, I can get that one and I can flip it. It's paid off free and clear. Hold on to it for a few years or whatnot. And then turn around and sell it if I want to. And then rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So that's the bigger picture. That's why we talk about the life of a real king. So I got 37 views. What exactly did I win? You might make enough money to buy a cheeseburger, maybe. So perhaps the better question isn't how fast can I get monetized? Maybe it's, can I build an audience worth monetizing? Because I'm getting paid if y'all are watching the videos eventually, right? That's just the way it works. And that's a challenge that I'm giving myself. It's just like if you're working out. If I look at myself in the mirror and I see I don't like what I see, I have to challenge myself to lose that weight, to lose that fat, to get how I want to look back. Because I know how I used to look when I was fit. Life, different things happen. You let yourself go, as we say. You're not as disciplined, because what it boils down to is discipline. That's on me. I can control that. Oh, the gym ain't open or whatever. Let's say there was no gym. The gym is everywhere. So just like you can't have any excuses when it comes to your health, because working out is cool. But if you're not being healthy in regards to what you're eating and combining that, then you can be fit and muscular and still die faster than somebody that's out of shape. Challenge yourself and do the challenge. Another thing I'm refusing to do is look at my 1,600 watch hours and say, that's nothing. No, those hours represent real people, right? People clicked, people watched. Somebody gave me 5 minutes, somebody gave me 10 minutes, somebody watched multiple videos. And that's not nothing. That's the foundation. I've already learned things getting from 0 to 1,600 hours. Now I've got to learn what gets me from 1,600 to the next level. So here's the plan. I'm going to start paying much closer attention to what actually generates watch time, not just views, watch time. Which videos keep people watching, which topics bring people back, which thumbnails get clicks, where are people leaving? What videos lead people into another video? Of course, I'm making car content, but it's also not exclusive to car content. We talk about life. We talk about what it means to really be a king. I'm gonna speak on that at the end of the video for those who stay long enough. But I'm also gonna look into what topics have search traffic months after I upload them. Which videos get views for 2 days and disappear. And which videos keep working. The thing is to keep on putting out the content because this is a business. And you have to treat your channel more like a business because that is what it is. This is a business. Not obsessing over every number, but understanding what the numbers are telling me and you. I want y'all to know I'm not changing the whole channel. And this is important. I'm not turning the life of a real king into how to grow on YouTube with Kelson. That's not what this channel is. I'm still talking cars. I'm still talking life, things I experience, things I see, things I disagree with, things I'm building, things I'm learning. That's the channel. But YouTube itself happens to be something I'm experiencing right now. So I'm going to document that too. Not as a guru, not as somebody standing on the mountain telling everybody else how to climb up it. I'm standing at the bottom, looking up just like a lot of you. And I think that perspective might actually be useful. So here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I've been thinking. Right now, approximately 1,600 watch hours, right? That's our starting point. I want to document what happens from here. Not every week. I'm not going to, bore y'all to death with, God, we gained 7 watch hours. No, we ain't doing that. But when something meaningful happens, I'm going to update you. Maybe we hit 2,000. Maybe I try something that dramatically increases watch time. Maybe something completely fails. Maybe one of these videos unexpectedly takes off. Maybe we hit 3,000. Maybe we hit 4,000. Eventually, 8,000 if we got to. But the goal ain't to get to 8,000 because we still got time, right? We still got time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what actually happens. And that's what I also want to tell you about the February deadline. So the announcement for the higher requirements is supposed to take effect for new applicants beginning February 1st, 2027. So now we see there's a clock. And that creates an interesting challenge. Can I personally qualify under the existing full monetization requirement before the change takes effect? I don't know, but we're going to strive to do it. And that's precisely why this could be interesting. I'm not going to promise you I'm going to get monetized in 90 days like these folks be getting here lying and stuff. I don't know that. I'm not selling a course. I might sell some t-shirts in the future, hey. Some merch, it's part of the game, as they say. But I know I'm going to make videos. I'm going to improve. I'm going to study what works, and we're going to see what happens. And what if I don't make it? Let's say February gets here and I don't make it. What then? Quit? Delete the channel? Throw my camera away? Give it away to my children? Nah, we don't do that here. Of course not. The requirement becomes 8,000, right? Okay. Then we go after 8,000. That's life. Sometimes you're working towards something and circumstances change. The economy changes, your job changes, your family changes, the market changes, the rules change. You don't control all of that, but you do control what happens next. And that is much bigger than YouTube. That's what the life of a real king means to me. People hear the word king, and sometimes they think it means money, cars, a big house, status, being better than somebody, or even just a title of king when they don't respect the office and what it means to be a king. So when we talk about all these different things that people think when it comes to being a king, that's not what I'm talking about. If you take away my cars, you take away my money, you take away my house, my status, you can take away my family, clothes, everything. Am I still a king? When I'm butt ass naked and there's nothing there except bare me, from the dust that I came, from the dust I will return. Am I still a king? Because a king takes responsibility for what he can control. If something isn't working, evaluate it. If you're weak somewhere, strengthen it. If circumstances change, adapt. If you make a mistake, own it. If you fail, learn something. You live and you learn. No, to me, that's a peasant mindset. Let me explain to you. If you live and you learn, then what? You're still stuck in the same situation, running circles. You live, you learn, and you grow. Live, learn, and grow. Through living and learning, you apply what you learn so you can grow. But if you're just living and learning, but you're not growing, then you still stuck on stupid, right? So if you fail, learn something, then move. That's the mentality. So YouTube, move the number, fine. What's my move? And maybe you're not a YouTuber. Maybe you're watching this and you couldn't care less about monetization. But you've got your own 8,000 hours. Maybe you were finally getting ahead financially and something happened. Maybe you were trying to lose weight and you fell off. Maybe you were working toward a promotion and somebody else got it. Maybe you were working toward building that business so you can leave that sorry ass job you hate. And some things came up. Maybe you're rebuilding something. Going back to school, trying to fix your marriage, trying to fix yourself. And suddenly the finish line looks farther away than it did yesterday. Now you can spend all day arguing about whether that's fair or not. Sometimes it genuinely isn't fair. But what I realize is a lot of times, most of the times, every time we go through a situation, there's something to learn, whether we want to go through it or not. And sometimes, a lot of times, we need to go through what we need to go through so we can grow. And then when we look back, we see why we went through what we went through, because we had to go through what we went through to get over here to the next level. So my answer for me, I'm going to keep uploading. I'm going to keep experimenting. The Alibaba thing was an experiment. I didn't plan on documenting it. I was getting wheels from Alibaba regardless, because I've seen people arguing about it on Facebook and stuff. I'm like, they must not know these wheels basically come from the same factory. The wheels I got on the bins, they literally, when the box came, it said made in China. Now I got Ford's 22s on there that I paid. I think, yeah, them wheels are probably cheaper than what I paid for the Benz wheels. And the Benz wheels ain't even forged. And they staggered. You think we should switch the wheels up on the Benz? I don't know. Nah, hey, I don't know. I might put it in the market to see if anybody want it. So we're gonna get something else. So we're gonna get something else, you know what I'm saying? But I may keep it. I got a little, little play money and whatnot. I put a little money aside, do this, do that. But I'm going to figure out why certain videos work and others don't. I'm going to keep documenting things that I'm actually doing instead of pretending to be an expert on things I never experienced. And we're going to see how far we can take this thing. Because you may look and say, dang, that brother, I remember he was talking about he had 1,600 watch hours. Now he getting the big body this and big body that and doing this and doing that, and YouTube was paying for it. He said he was going to use YouTube to get that house. Now he done went and got 2 or 3 more houses with the YouTube money. He didn't went and got some more land, because I'm gonna buy land regardless. Hey, if you know, you know. But if I can find a way to leverage what I have to be able to pay for these things, then hey, I'm in. They can tell me it's 10,000 watch hours. What do I have to lose? If I keep on uploading content, stuff I'm doing already, how am I losing? Eventually I'll hit 8,000 watch hours if I don't hit the 4,000 by the time I need to hit it. So eventually I hit 8,000, let's say they change it. It's 10,000 now. Eventually I hit 10,000. Eventually I get monetized and I keep on uploading content. The checks will get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. That's the goal. And then, okay, take a little money, enjoy yourself, pay your bills or whatever, invest the rest. Reinvest however you do it. I got mine split how I got mine split. So again, today, 16,000 watch hours. Next target, 2,000, not 8,000, 2,000. Then we'll worry about the next level, one level at a time. But I want to hear from the small creators watching this. Maybe you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel. You're like, man, they talking about 8,000. I mean, if they say 8,000, you ain't got no watch hours. It's a little bit easier for you because that's all you know. You know what I'm saying? That's all you know. But are you in the same category I'm in, where you only have a certain amount of watch hours and now you trying to hit that 4,000? You gonna give up? Where are you right now? Don't get embarrassed if you only got 50 hours or 1 hour or whatever. And don't get cocky if you got 3,900. Because you had to start from somewhere. So I want y'all to put the number down below. Again, I'm sitting at around 1,600. And if you're already monetized, tell me how long it took you to get there. Tell us how long it took you to get there. Because I'd rather have creators sharing actual experiences in the comments than everybody sitting around predicting doom. Oh my God, what we gonna do? What you mean what you gonna do? You gonna do what you're supposed to do, or you ain't, which is why you ain't gonna never get monetized. So again, the rules changed, the goal got harder. Okay, let's get better. This is the life of a real king. I'm out. Y'all have a blessed one.